Hey there, ladies. I'm finally feeling better this week, so I can actually talk on our call and actually educate you on something beside last week it was just like me sharing my screen, doing tasks, like it was just like a co-working session. But today we can actually talk about some kind of like walk you through some kind of like educational stuff. So, the very first thing that I want to talk to you guys on this call about is my content planning strategy. So, this is my new strategy that I'm going to be doing, or that I'm optimizing, or I don't know, however you want to call it. Okay. So, within Clickup, I have the content planner space, and then I have the monthly content planner worksheet. So at the beginning of the month, I'm going to be filling out this content plan worksheet. Now, this goes over the monthly overview. So, what month it is, what themes or topics that you want to cover this month. So, I do monthly content overall themes. This month and last month, we've been talking all about blog organization. So, you can have like some kind of like monthly theme every single month that you talk about overall. They can put here. Goals. So define what you want to achieve with your content this month. For example, that could be I want to make sales. I want to get more members. I want to make sales on this certain product. I want to get more clients, etc. What is your goal? I want to get more blog traffic. Just anything, Excuse me. I'm still like sick a little. Okay, let's talk about the actual content planning process. So you map out your blog posts, 4 blog posts a month, or you can just do like 1 blog post a month if that's all you can do. This is where you plan out your blog posts. Now, I only like to do the post title and the due date right here. Post title and what is the due date for 4 different blog posts. And you can do your SEO keyword research or topic research before you fill out this sheet if you want to. I pretty much have a content bank and keywords bank already built out though. Here are the podcast episodes. So 4 episodes within a month that I do. Your Instagram posts. So you should be posting at least 4 times a week. That's all I'm going to be posting. So you can map out week 1 is this. You can enter the date, the content type, the post title, and the hashtags. So, map out, you have 4 weeks within a month, and you have 4 Instagram posts within each week. Okay. And then I also do Instagram reels, and I'm only wanting to do 2 reels a week. If even, like, I will map out the plan for it, but if I don't get to it, this is kind of last priority. I mean, Instagram in general for me is last priority, but if it is a priority for you, then definitely. So 2 reels per week. We have 4 weeks in a month, so that would be 8 total reels map out. And then I also do reel topic, due date, music and audio that I want to do, and storyboard or script. So like, what is the script? But we can also like do that right within the task if you want to skip that. I have membership posts, so I do 3 posts a week. Boom, boom, boom. Within the 4 weeks. Email newsletters. So I do 1 email newsletter every single week. So week 1, we have a week of enter date range. Boom, boom, boom. And then any additional platforms you can put here. So let's say you have like a Facebook group or whatever, you can put here, and then any additional notes that you want to, like ideas or collaborations, special events that you're doing, promotions, anything like that. So I do that for each month, and I do it right here within my content planning document. So how to do that is you just create a space, you add this little button, and then you create a new doc. So I think I already shared this with you. If not, I'm going to share it with you like below in this video of the comments, you know what I mean? Or in the replay of this video. Okay. So let's talk about the next step. So you fill out the sheet every single month, let's say the first of the month, or even at the last day of the month. So you already have everything mapped out for you. I did this week for my March content plan. Now you want to plug in everything within each list. So I have these lists: blogs, social content, podcasts, and emails. So I click into the blogs list. The first step of the process is my ideation. This is where I plan out all of my ideas. So my custom fields are my theme. So these are just basic drop-down menus. When you want to add a custom field over here, you add this little column and you can go to drop-down and you can title it theme and then put in your drop-down options here and you can add colors. So I do a drop-down custom field called theme, and then I do my content buckets: start a blog, organize a blog, design a blog, grow traffic, and monetize a blog. My stage is the basic process that I do for writing blog posts. So ideation, research, keywords, outline, write, structure the blog post, SEO optimize, create 3 pins, create 3 Instagram posts, advertising the blog post, record podcast. So this is like my basic overall process within the drop-down the menu too of creating the blog content. The writing date, so when I'm going to be writing this post, and then the due date. So the due date will be, like for week 1, March 6th, week 2, March 13th. This should be March 20th for week 3, 20th, and so on. And then, so for my titles, I make sure to title this very strategically. My titles are week 1 blog post, the date, and then the blog post title. And then I have the blog link. So when it's finished and completed, I have blog link there, and then weeks. So this is grouped by the custom phase, or the custom stage, custom stage. So this is the stage. So I just press group, go to custom field, and go to your stage after you create this. You can also group it by weeks, which I'm going to show you in just a second. So when you add a drop-down menu over here called weeks, and you do 4 weeks within the month, then you can go over and make a new list. So you can add view, create a new list, add list. So this list is titled My Blog Planner. Now this is going to be grouped by that custom field weeks that I created. So this will show me my planner for the whole entire month. What blog posts am I going to be writing for the month? Week 1, blog post, the date, blah, blah, blah. And then over here for my custom fields, I'm only showing. So when you want to show and hide custom fields, you add that button, show, hide. And then they're usually all the way down at the bottom. But I'm showing assignee, due date, and my weeks, and that's it. Like that's all I want to see here. One more thing that I do want to tell you guys is that I have custom tasks. So if I click this button and go to this little task type button, you can press this and you can see all of your different task types. These are not tasks. Writing the blog post, that is a task. Okay, but these are not tasks. These are blog posts. So I like to add a custom task type as blog. So instead of it just being a task, then I can add tasks or go to my task types and I can create a new task type. And then I can do the icon to whatever I want it to be and title it blog post. Plural name would be blog posts with an S. And yeah, that's pretty straightforward. So then we go back in here and I can add all of these as my task type blog post. Then I also do that with, every single different content piece. So for example, I have a coaching call. I have email newsletters, my Instagram posts, and my podcasts. So then I can also organize within the folder or my space called Content Planner. This is where I can see all of my different task types. So this is grouped by task type. And then I have a filter where the due date is this week. So, I can see, okay, this week, content this week, what is due for each of my platform and what are they? So this is my podcast. This is due today for week 4 of February. And then I have my blog. So this is the blog posts and when it's due, week 4, tomorrow. So it's grouped by the task types. And then I have content this month. So this is all of my content that's going to be written in this month. This month it's February. It only shows February. When it turns March 1st, it'll show me March 1st or all of March's content. Okay, so now let's go to my social content. This is all of my Instagram. Now I'm playing around with a lot of things here, but I do want to show you the most important stages. Okay, so I have my ideation again. So I have post goal as a drop-down menu, brand building, content amplification, sales, email list building, etc. Content category. So these are my overall themes, start a blog, design a blog, blah, blah, blah. Content buckets or themes. The content status. So this is the status that I go through for creating my Instagram post. Ideation, execution, that's writing the content, putting the graphics together. Then I review it, finalize it, schedule it. So finalizing would be like scheduling it, blah, 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 completed and archived. When I do the status execution, it'll go into my execution table. So I can go here and I can click or I can fill out everything here, but I'm kind of playing around with this. I don't know if I want to use this because it's kind of complex and just too overwhelming for me. But if this is something that you want to do, totally do this. So I have custom fields here. And this is table view. So if you go to view and add a table, then you can do it like this. So I have summary here, link in bio. So if I want to put this, whatever this post is in the link in my bio, or if I have a call to action to go to my link in bio, the design inspo. So if I see that I really love some sort of Instagram post, graphic design that they did for their carousel or something, then I can post that there. Final post stage status. So this is, review, approved, and revise. Post copy. So this is where I actually write the post copy. This is where the caption will go. Then if I have it as a carousel post, then we can write each of the slide within here. And then at the end, this will be the finished post graphic will be uploaded here so we can keep track of everything. So I have my post type, post goal, content status shown. And then, so that's what I want to show you here. So when the content status is going to be in finalizing, that will go into scheduling. So this is where all of the posts will be here to actually go and schedule it. The due date and all of these will be shown as well, besides the content post, the carousel copy, because we don't need all of those slides copywriting anymore when we're going to go and publish the content, right, or schedule it. So that will take you through the different stages of the process. However, I was playing around with a different one and how we map out those weeks. So I have all my group is by Instagram weeks. So I have a drop down called Instagram plan weeks. So I have 4 Instagram posts per week. So they're here. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. And then I put them on a due date. And then, so I have my content status, the publishing status, and the weeks. And this is grouped over here by my custom field of the Instagram weeks. So it shows me in each week what I have for my content to be written. So I can easily go in here and I can say, okay, Monday, this is going to be due on Monday. So I really have to start executing this post, getting it written and getting the graphics up and running and scheduling it. And then, or if you are manually publishing every single day, you'll see that due date on your homepage calendar, and you can easily go, to the homepage and see that task and get it written and published in one day. Like if that's like how you are, it's like totally fine. But what I like to do is I like to do everything in advance because I have a lot of client work. If you don't have a lot of work to do in your blogging business, you could probably totally do that whole like manually like publishing and publishing it to like Instagram every single day manually. But as a busy business owner for me here, I'm going to schedule everything in advance so I don't even have to worry about it. Okay, so that is my planner. It's grouped by my weeks, and the titles, I strategically titled these ones as well as week 1 Instagram post, day 1, the title. So down here, I really actually loved this setup. So instead of using that table in execution, instead of using this table over here to write all the copy and the slides, or at least the slides, you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm going to delete those because that's not really going to work for me with what I'm doing here. I really like using the documents instead. So within the task, I have the document here, and I can write all of my content within the document. So I have each of my carousel slides. So whenever I'm ready to go into Canva and create this, carousel post, I can just quickly go and I can copy and go and paste it within a carousel template. Copy the content, blah, 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 go over to Canva. And so like it's all like right here. And I don't have to go through each of those, through each of these, like of course I can put them here, but I don't know, like that's just so much work to me. So I probably will end up deleting these custom fields. And then I probably just want to use like the main ones, maybe hashtags for sure, Instagram bio, post copy right here. But yeah, we'll see. So I will let you know when I update that, how that goes. But yeah, so I have week 2 Instagram post, day 1, day 4. And then I have empty. Empty is going to just like be any ideas that I have within my ideation. So this is the first step, is we map out all of our different ideas. These are ideas right now. Like they're just ideas. Yes, they're mapped on the calendar, but they're still ideas until we go in here and we change the status to execution so we can actually get them written. And the ideation is grouped by content status, but so like the content status right here, the custom field, content status, and the statuses are ideation, execution, these. I might play around with these too because I kind of want like a clear walkthrough of like literally all the simplified like tasks that I do. Or when I do my ideation, I put it at like to the week, and then I will execute. So I'm going to put the Canva graphics together, and yeah, I don't know. I'm going to play with this. I will let you know if I make any updates to this though. Okay, my podcast one is built out the exact same way. Ideation, all of my different ideas for the podcast episodes that I have that I want to create. This isn't really that mapped out yet because it's just the ideation, but I'll let you know when I change this. What I want to show you is the podcast planner. So I have, this is grouped by weeks again. I have week 1 podcast, March 6th. This is the status. So my statuses for my podcasts are outline, write, record, upload, add details, and publish and schedule. I have due date and assignee shown. Then I have my status right here. So this is my different statuses. This is customized by the custom field of status. So in my podcast planner, you can see that this is the status. So I have status. It shows me what do I need to outline, what do I need to write, what do I need to record, and all of the empty ones. So this is like, it's a process. It goes from ideation. You have the idea, you put a due date on it, you put a week on it, and then it moves over into your podcast planner. You see the weeks right here to know exactly what you like, what week, what your content pieces are for this week. Now, what I like to do is I like to put this down here in my tray. So, or like the post that I have for this week. So let's say like week 1 blog post is in my tray, week 1 podcast is in my tray, and week 1 email newsletter is down there. So how do you add a task to your tray is you click it and you go up to these 3 little buttons and you can add to tray, but this is already in my tray. So this button will be add to tray. You can also add it to your lineup. When you add it to your lineup, in my home space, I have lineup as my very first one. These are all the tasks in order that I'm completing. For example, I had all of these that I had to do first before, this call at 5 p.m., the group coaching call is what we're doing right now. So yeah. So this is like a list of your most important tasks. When you add to this lineup, you can rearrange all of your tasks. This is kind of like my schedule. Like, I don't really like to use this like agenda thing because like it shows tasks that are supposed to be all day long. And I just don't like that. I want like a visual lineup of everything that I need to do today, in what order, in what priority. So 5, 6, Erica coaching call is done. It was at 4. And yeah, I did the podcast episode at like 10 this morning. And of course, my client check-ins, this like stays here because it's just always number 1. When I wake up in the morning, the number 1 thing that I do is I check in on my clients. So that's the podcast planner. Emails. Let's talk about emails. It's basically the same thing, but I just don't have an ideation status. So, or like right now, I might incorporate that, but I kind of just like, pick an overall theme. I pick 4 email newsletters and then I just roll with it. I don't ever think of just like content newsletter ideas. So that's why I don't have an ideation thing in here, but this is the planner. It maps out 1 email per week within the month. If I'm doing a launch, that's a different thing though. Okay, like my launch is going to be, obviously several emails within the week. So, I mean, I'll do that when I get there. But yeah, basically it's just March week 1, email newsletter, March week 2, email newsletter, due date every single week, when it's going to be published, and status, transfer to Flowdesk. So we have plan, outline, write, transfer the email to Flowdesk, and schedule. We have the subject line. So this is a text field. So if I add, you can do text, you can title it subject line. So that will be here. Then I have open rate and click-through rate. So in my email bank, I will be able to go here and I'll be able to see the best email this month. So that's just like, okay, why is this email, or like all of my emails for like the whole entire year, you know what I mean? Like what email did the very best with open rate this year and why. And I can really study that data. But I also have my Flowdesk analytics linked up here too. And then I have the weeks. Of course, you map out the weeks of what week it's going to be. And then this is also grouped by your weeks. So how do you add this, like, you know, number, percentage, or whatever? You can go to add. You can add number and put in a number here. But there's also like different ones. So a drop down, rating, money, formula, text. But let's just, I think I just left it as a number, and I just said open rate %. And so I can just easily type it in. The coolest thing about this is you can calculate the sum. So when you calculate the sum, I think, no, you don't really want to calculate the sum for an open rate. That would not be like what? But this you can do like for like finances. So like if you have like all of your bills listed out in your personal or like your finance money space, whatever, then you can calculate the whole entire sum of, you know, what is the budget for this week? What is the budget for this month? So that's always cool to use. But you can also sort. So that's kind of what I was talking about. Like sort, what is the highest open rate for the email? What's the highest click-through rate? I want to know that data for every month, every quarter, and every year. So all emails, when the status goes to, or when this is closed, here, let me see how I set this up. My email bank is filtered when status is completed. So when I have checked this off, so when so the status is open. When I have completed this task, that's when it will go to my email bank. So this is grouped by weeks. It's filtered. Status is complete. So my email bank will list all of the emails that I have written for this month. So I do have my Flowdesk embed right here. So I just, oh no, that actually doesn't work. But I do have my Flowdesk emails linked right here and my Flowdesk analytics linked. Now these are buttons. So if you want to add like buttons up in the top, you just add this little like, oops. There's like this little like text button up here that you can click, and then it'll show up like this. And then you can add a button by going like dash button title, button URL, and the color. Oh no, I deleted it. So basically I just, you know, add the link to my analytics. So I'll just show you manually how to do that now because I already did it. Button, Flowdesk, analytics, and boom. Actually, I had it at purple. Okay, there we go. So you see how everything is mapped out so strategically as like a content actually planner. Like it is like a planner, you know? And this works so much better for me than using like just the statuses like for the board, you know, like open and complete. Like that's just like, or like adding like all your statuses right here and like having to move them over. And I don't know, it's just really confusing. And when you look at calendar, like, I don't know, it's just, I don't like it. Like I like to be able to like see all those custom fields within the weeks, like status, your subject line, the data, the week. It's just like so easy to do it this way. By starting from this monthly content planner, you know the titles, you know the dates. Now you just have to implement it into here as tasks. And then after you implement them as tasks, then you can go in here and you can write them. Write the email newsletter within a document. So in here, I've written the email newsletter out. So, you know, this is my topic. This is like kind of like the outline, subject line, and here is the writing of the email. So it's all laid out there for me. Now I can just go and I can copy it and put it right there, transfer it right there into my Flowdesk when I'm ready to publish, or schedule it all in advance, which I'm planning on doing tonight. Then I add them all to my tray so I can easily click down here to my content planner. Now, in my content planner, like I was saying, in the folder itself, I have a list view grouped by task type. This is my content this week. So when I want to visually be able to see all of my content that I have to write and publish this week. So I easily go into I favorite this. So I click this and I add to favorites. And so it's going to go up here in your favorites if you have it pinned. If you don't have it pinned, your favorites are going to be here. So, but I like to keep it pinned. I like being able to not use this drop down menu over here. I like to keep it a clean space over here and just put it into, up here in this menu. I like menus up here to visually be able to see everything up here that I have in my favorites. So I have my weekly to-dos. Weekly to-dos are grouped by due date. This is all of my tasks in my everything space. So this is basically, it's my everything space, and it's a board view, and it's grouped by due date. So when you group it by the due date, it'll show you all of the overdue tasks today, tomorrow, and then upcoming for the month or for the week or whatever. So it's like a visual of all the tasks I have to get done. I love this for mobile because it easily allows me to log in here and see my board when I use my favorites up here to see, okay, tasks that are due today. Cool. Got it. So I don't know. It's just when you group by things like due dates and custom fields and task types, it makes everything so streamlined. You can also group by assignee. So let's say I can go to my list and I can group not by status, but assignee. And I can literally see all the tasks that I have to do for my clients. And as you can see, this is, my client 1, client 2, client 3. So it's so simple. And then this list, I can rename this. I don't know why it won't let me rename. Oh, I think it's because my everything space, but yeah. So I can, usually within this, you can rename things. So if you click on them, you can title it, do the rename and then name it whatever you want instead of having board. I need, names on these so I know what are they sorted by. This is my blog planner. This is all the weeks, with my content. So yeah, everything is mapped out strategically. And then you have content this month. So it's grouped by task type for this month only. And yeah, so I really wanted to just show you my content planner today. And I think that's all that I have for you within content planner. I don't really know what else I could. Oh, I guess I could show you a little bit of the AI features within here. So when you click this top AI button, I'm really loving Clickup AI. Honestly, this has helped me be the most efficient ever this week. I don't know why, but or I do know why, but it's amazing. I don't know. It's just game changer, and it's really blowing my mind, this feature. So you have ask about your documents. So it'll literally search anything up within all of your documents. You can ask about your task. What am I working on? What should I work on next? And what tasks are very popular? But the main thing that I love using is this ideas for writing. Now you have different categories or whatever. So you can press marketing and you can go to view more. You can write a blog post. You can generate blog titles. write SEO article briefs, generate keyword clusters for your blog post, summarize product feedback. There's so much. Outline an email campaign, just like all things marketing. And I love these product descriptions, persona messaging, and messaging house. Amazing if you want to put together some really good messaging. Then you have design. Outline a user journey. So brainstorm potential user journeys. When they come into your world, what journey are they going to be going on through your website design? Email. So you can write emails, write educational newsletter, write a welcome email, abandoned cart email, thank you. Reply to an email, write an email. Absolutely amazing. And it doesn't generate like the chat GPT, like cheesy content. This was generating like really good, like professional, like stuff. Like it's amazing. I don't know. Like it doesn't give you like all those like chat GPT, like popular, like regular words that they are using, like embarked on a journey. God, I hate that sentence. Yeah, I don't even use chat GPT anymore because this does everything that I needed to. Marketing, product. So when you're wanting to go and like put together a go-to marketing plan for your product, write product requirements, generate a user story, identify success metrics. You can do optimizing survey questions, create a market research survey, create a launch plan for your product. Also, projects. Create a scope document, create project timeline, create project change request. So projects, like you have like an overall project to like revamp your website, right? So if I go in here and I create project timeline, then it'll tell me exactly like what to do on what day to like map out that project and like do it like streamlined. You know what I mean? Amazing. What else? Support, success, social. You can go through all of these, but basically it's amazing what it can do. Last thing that I want to do or the next thing that I want to talk about is writing a stand-up. So if I press create stand-up, this literally tells me what tasks that I worked on for today. So I'm going to press today and I'm going to say bulleted list is the format and I'm going to generate this. This is literally telling me all the tasks that I did today in the last 24 hours. Like amazing. I did my client check-ins. I did Jamie's coaching call. I did film the podcast episode today. I did Erica's coaching call. I did work on Jessica's blog diagnostic audit. So I have to film this because I'm working on like all like her stuff. Like if you want to get this like blog traffic audit, I really go in deep detail and I give you data. So fix all of the SEO issues on your site. If you click into this, oops. It'll show you all your broken links and all of the data that you need to finish for your SEO issues. SEO issues discovered. So, and then like the SEO impact of it is high. So these are like the main focuses that you want to focus on. So I give you tables and data and stuff like that. So fix desktop mobile site speed. I give you the resource or the site speeds and stuff. Fix broken pages. So these are all the broken pages that she has. And then I give you other like templates and such. And I break down each section. So this is the SEO. I'll break down what she needs to change within her blog. I have low word count. All of these pages are going to be, you know, for her low word count. She can just literally come in here and she can press this to go to it. And then she can edit it right within her WordPress. And then she can lengthen it. You know what I mean? Amazing. And I'll do that for all of her SEO issues. I'll break it down into words and tables and whatever. DA and backlinks. So yeah, I don't know. I really give very helpful information that you can come in here and like try and get these backlinks deleted because they're hurting your SEO ranking, because these have high spam scores, as you can see. Then traffic, monthly organic traffic. And then I give her some tips here. Keywords that she ranks for. So I literally combined all of her keywords and related keywords into one, so she can go and easily be able to write a blog post on books and literature again and use all of these keywords to rank her pages even more. Like, how awesome is that? These are all of her pages on her website within this SV thing that she can go and she can put into an Excel sheet if she wants to. Action steps, which we already covered, and this is all of her SEO audits and blog traffic checklists that she can also go through. So yeah, if you want this blog traffic audit, definitely purchase it. You can purchase it in my PayHip shop. So like if you go to my website and go to my shop, you'll be able to find it there. Anyway, where were we? I kind of went off. Yeah, so this was generating while I was doing that. So I did this. I did my client call day. I did my podcast. So I updated this to Tuesday because my baby's laundry is already done. Like, I don't really need to do any more of that. I did the Kating coaching call. I, did this. Like, this is just, listing out everything that I did today. And like, have you ever wondered, like, if you worked really hard or for like hours on something and you were wondering, okay, I just worked like that many hours on my blogging business. What the heck did I just do? Like, have you ever thought that? Like, I have. I'm like, what did I accomplish? I don't even know what I did today. So like, it literally tells you what you did because you're updating statuses and checking them off and whatnot. So within documents, so like this one, within documents, you also have AI. You can write with AI, and this is amazing. So let me just show you in a new doc what it can do. So if you dash over, you can write with AI, and you can say, I want you to give me an outline for my new blog post. And then the outline, or like for a blog post, how to design a blog homepage. It's giving you an outline. So we can insert the outline, and then we can actually start writing the post. And I'll show you how to do that really quick. Insert. Now we can highlight this, and we can tell AI to make it longer. So you can make it longer, or you can go ahead and copy this. So like each bulleted point, you can edit with AI, and you can say, please write the content for this section. You can also just like highlight the whole entire introduction and ask AI to please write this section of the blog post. So it's going to write the intro. There we go. Now it's writing the intro. So you got to play around with it really, like, but when you have like this like constant like recurring like process for like doing this, like it just gets easier, like when you do it, it just gets easier. I don't know. But yeah, like there's so many other things that you can do. So like if you highlight this, you can make it shorter, longer, fix spelling and grammar, improve the writing, simplify the writing. So if I want to write something in my own words, then I can highlight it. I can press AI, and I can simplify the writing or fix it or generate action items. Oh my gosh, I always do this. Like I'm generating action items for everything. So if I generate an action item, it's going to turn into a checklist. So after the whole, okay, let's say like incorporating branding, I have this whole entire section on this. I click this, I generate action items, and it's going to generate the checklist of how to incorporate branding. You know what I mean? Like it's just so amazing. What else can you do? Explain this, summarize this, translate this into like a different language. Like how cool is that? Like, are you kidding me? And yeah, so I mean, it's amazing. You can literally tell it to do anything that you want it to do. I generate so much with AI in here, and it gives me really good stuff, like way better than any AI tool. I've stopped paying for all the other AI tools, and I'm literally just using ClickUp for everything now, for everything. I have my client portal in here. I have all my content. I have my finances. I have my personal and home. I have, my AI tool. Like, I'm just using this for everything. I'm not even using Google Docs anymore because I have Docs in here. So yeah, ClickUp is amazing. Highly recommend it. But I'm going to get going. I've been on here almost an hour doing this call. I hope this was super valuable. Please give me feedback below. And yeah, so let me know if you want me to turn this into a template, this content planner. I don't know if I'm going to offer it for free because I worked so hard to do this. So I might just, charge some kind of money for it as extra. I don't know, maybe. Just let me know if you want it as a content template. Like, even though I walked you through on how to do all of this, just let me know. Okay. And yeah, so that's all I'm going to talk about today. As you can see, my house is a mess. I've had no time today. As you can see, that list of tasks that I did when I generated my stand-up, my house is a mess with toys. This thing, we're getting rid of this thing. He never goes in there anyways. It's all like his baby toys in there. So yeah, we're getting rid of it so we can actually walk out the door. And yeah, so okay, bye. I'm gonna go take a, oh, I can't take a break. I have a coaching call right now. Okay, bye.